When your daughter sends you a text and it's got a picture connected like this, and she asks, "Daddy, can you build me one of these?" Really? What do you think? I'm going to show you how to do this right after this. Welcome to the shack, I'm Rick. Kind of early out today. My daughter is coming over this morning. And I finished this yesterday, so I have to get this intro done before she takes the project. If this is your first time viewing, I just want to say thank you so much for taking some of your time to check out my channel. Please feel free to browse around, check out some of the other videos. I do a little bit of a variety. Home improvement, home repair, projects, and tool reviews. As you saw in the intro, my daughter sent me a picture of something and asked if I could build it. I had no dimensions, no nothing, so I just had to kind of wing it. Got some scrap wood, cut stuff up, and just kind of laid it out to get an idea of what I wanted, where I was going. So in the description below, I will have the list that I used for mine. This is basically 40 inches tall, and letters are all 10-inch square. So you can follow me along from the beginning to the end. Let's get to it. You can follow me as I go through. If this shows up or not, but I just don't have the time to sit there and mess around with that SketchUp. I tried that. It doesn't work for me. I can do this faster than sit there and mess around with the computer for a couple hours, and I'd rather be out here anyway. So I sketched it up real quick. That's what I want, and then I went and measured out and made sure I got all my correct measurements. So I got my cut list. Get these all cut up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this yet, so I'm just going to cut up some scrap I have at 10 inches. Kind of lay it out the way it's supposed to be on this project and kind of go from there and figure out exactly what I'm going to do. So it says home, and just by the picture that I saw, I kind of made a mock-up of it. And I'm going 10-inch letters, square, so this is 10 inches height, 10-inch square, 10-inch height with the M. I have to figure that part out. And this is 10 inches on the E with the 5-inch E in the middle. And this is where I'll end up cutting it off at. It's only going to be from here to there. So I'm going to go outside. I have things set up. I'm going to do my cut list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10-inch pieces to cut. Then I'll cut the shorter pieces, or these two. Then the last thing I'll do is make the M, because I got to figure out the angle. So let's get to it. What I bought was 1 by 4 by, I think they're 6 foot. I got a complete set of 6 cuts out of 1. That takes care of all the 10-inch cuts. I'm going to do another, because I said I want to make at least a couple of these, so I'm going to do 2 for now. So I'm going to make another cut, and as I go, I just look at little imperfections. If I cut them out, I may lose some of it, but I think some of the spots, it'll be alright to have. As long as they are straight and not very knotty. A lot of knots in it. So I'm going to get these cut out, and I always look at the wood as I go and make sure it's a good spot. Both sides, make sure it's good. On my next cut. I've been playing around a little bit, and I finally got this set up. Before I have my letter set out, it's 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches, so it's H-O-M-E. But I have to be able to hang this somehow. And I'm not sure how it will be when this is connected there, if this is going to be enough or not. So what I'm going to do, I already have one key slot done. Since my $20, actually it was a table saw thing that somebody converted to a router table, and I paid 20 bucks at a yard sale for it. So this is my my high dollar router table. So what I am going to do after I lay this out and kind of sat there and looked at it for a while, it's going to be 30 inches on the backbone here from key slot to key slot. 1 inch down. So from this point down I do 30 inches. Scribe the line. Scribe the line here. I'm going to go down 1 inch, scribe another line. I bring those marks to the side here. So what I did, I lined up the mark here and here. Turn the router on. And I slowly dropped that down, and then I brought it to the 1 inch mark, shut off my router, went back, lifted up, and then we have my keyhole. I'm going to transfer these lines to the other side of the H here, and I'm going to put a slot in there. It'd be nice if I had a really nice router table. I could probably set up a stop or something to do this better, but 20 bucks, at least I got a router table, right? So I'll show you how I did this one. Here we go. There we have it. Don't do this if you got a better way, but I'm very cautious as my fingers, as I drop this down. I'm holding it steady and I'm guiding it. That way I know that's where the blade's at. So I have no problem going right to there and then stopping and turning it off. Just be very, very careful when you're doing stuff like this on a router table. Hopefully you got a better router table than I do. Voila. Okay, my slots are done. Now I can start putting this together. And I know it's kind of a contraption, but I got this squared onto this. Basically, that's the H part, and the main backbone goes here. So I just want to make sure I get this on square. I'm countersinking these on the outside and where they join, so I'm going to assemble it like this, not glue it yet. I'm going to get it all assembled, make sure it all sets right and everything's good. Then take it apart. I'm going to sand it and glue it and screw it. And there you have it. But I'm using my woodpecker precision clamping squares to make sure it stays nice and square. So that's that. Probably don't need to go through all this craziness, but I'm real anal and I want to make sure they're straight and nice. So there you have it. And again, I'm countersinking these so I can do plugs in them so I can cover them all up. And that's how it hangs on the wall, so there's the H. These are the two 10-inch and the 8.5, because remember the O, this is going in like that, so it's going to be like that mounted to the board, and that would be the O. So that's the O. Drill and screw this, then I'll mount it to the main backbone. Now you see I have the O squared up here where I want the top of the O, the bottom of the O goes here. So after I drill and screw this in, I'll make sure this is squared up, drill and screw that in, then we're going to work on the M. Okay, I got it figured out, and I kind of changed my plan a little bit. Instead of trying to figure out an angle, because I didn't want such a deep section here, V for the M, it was just easy, since this is a 10-inch square, cut the thing in half, 45 these, I put these in here, and then we have it. It's 10 inches from here to here, from the inside here to the outside there is 10 inches. Because the screws for the O are just above this part of the M, I think I'm going to do underneath the O, so I'll put the M on first, then put the O on, because I can get to this easier than getting to it underneath here. This is pretty much it. The only problem I've come across, of course this M is really giving me problems. I don't know any way to really hold this so I could drill in and screw. I'm basically going to put some brad nails in. I got the holes already drilled. I'm going to glue it, put some brad nails in to hold it, and then I'll do the same over here. Once it dries, then I'm going to put the screws in, and I can sand this side with the plugs, and then I'll put the O in. Putting some final touches on this. One way to fill the holes on these countersinks is get a 3/8 dowel rod. And if you're going to do stuff like this, it's a good idea to either hand saw, band saw. Definitely I wouldn't recommend a table saw or anything, but if you have a band saw or even just a hand saw, cut a bunch of little plugs up about 3/8 of an inch long, and just get a handful of them, because if you're going to do stuff like this, you will use them. In my case, I just grabbed a handful of dowels, glued them, tapped them in, let them dry. Take a handsaw, cut these off flush, glue them, put them in the other holes, let it dry, cut them off, flip this over, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8 more holes to fill, and that's it, and it'll be done. Now that I have everything sanded, I went 80 grit, get the dowels down almost flush. And one thing I want to tell you, don't take the dowel all the way down to the wood. Take it down where it's almost flush, then go back with 150, sand the whole thing until it all blends in. One thing you don't want to do is sand that dowel down too far, then you have a little divot in your wood. So don't go all the way flush, go down until it's almost flush, you can feel a little bit of it, then go back with 150, sand back and forth till that blends in, it's all nice and smooth. Then I take just some extra sandpaper, go around, hitting the edges and corners, making sure everything blends in nicely, no sharp edges. Make sure all my little joints here, it doesn't take much to knock that little edge off. It makes it really nice and smooth. So go all the way around, do all the edges, make sure they're all smooth, blow it off, and we're ready to finish. So I'm going to actually use some Rust-Oleum chalked matte finish. I've used this on a few projects, or actually I've used this on a couple of picture frames. I really like the outcome. Plus the gray is kind of a neutral color. It'll almost go with anything like grays and whites and stuff. So I'm going to apply it on this, and I'm going to use, it's really thick, so I'm using a foam brush. It helps it actually get on much better. Makes a nice finish. The back I'll finish. Now I'm going to start doing all little nooks and crannies here. The M's going to be the worst, so I think I'm going to get that first. Work my way around. Not do these ends yet. Flip it over and do the other side. Last thing I'll do is the ends here. Getting windy out here. I think I'm gonna have to finish this up and get in the shop. I like being outside, but man, this wind bites. And I think I am done. So now you've seen it, get out there, grab you a couple pieces of wood, and get to it. This is something you can build very easily in a few hours. Paint it, spray paint it, stain it, however you want it. Get the kids out there, let them throw a little paint on, different colors, make it a family project, enjoy. Have a fun time out there, get them interested in doing and building and doing things for the house. I truly appreciate you taking time to view. Seriously, thank you so much. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you subscribe, I guess you got to hit the bell button. YouTube changes things, so you're notified when the next video does come out. Or, like I suggest, just follow me on Twitter. I will tweet out the day before when I have a video coming out of what it is to give you a heads up. Be blessed, get out there, take back your shack, get a couple of pieces of lumber and build one of these. Build it for a friend, always build it for family, but most importantly, just build it for your sanity. I gotta get in the house, my daughter's gonna show up and I'm gonna surprise her with this, so we're gonna see you next video. Oh, gotta love the coffee in the morning. Alright, we gotta get ready for her.